guys, oh.
On November 4th, 2025, Cebu, one of the most populous islands in the Philippines, faced the devastating impact of Typhoon Tino, internationally known as Kalmayegi. This powerful tropical system brought winds of up to 205 kilometers per hour.
Panigigabas among grills diri sa bintana para diri minugawas kay sa kami banyang sa rooftop. Sumao na ni siya ang likod sa among balay, baha na kayo ang man nga river dako na kayo siya. Sumao na ni sold ang tubig sa among
And dumped a month's worth of rain on the region in just 24 hours, leaving cities, towns, and rural areas largely submerged and displacing hundreds of thousands of people. The typhoon, which affected Cebu and its surroundings, was recorded as the 20th tropical cyclone to hit the country this year, according to a statement by the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration, PAGASA.
Ang mga bata dito din ang layap.
Tino's wind speed reached 150 kilometers per hour, exceeding 205 kilometers in sudden bursts. This speed not only knocked down power lines, but also knocked out telecommunication systems in many areas. The typhoon made landfall near the town of Borbon, north of Cebu, in the early hours of the morning, then moved towards western Visayas, causing widespread destruction in settlements such as Mandaue, Talisay, Danao, Liloan, and Consolacion. According to information in Pagasa's Tropical Cyclone Bulletin Number 13, storm force winds, heavy rainfall, and storm surges exceeding 3 meters were observed in the northern and central regions of Cebu affected by the typhoon. This posed a serious threat, particularly to communities living along the coastline. The Cebu City Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office was on alert starting Sunday. Teams deployed heavy equipment in high-risk areas, removed loose billboards.
Amo ini sa bato.
Ordered marine vessels to be moved to safe areas, and equipped evacuation centers with generators, food, and emergency supplies. However, despite the precautions taken, the rapidly developing nature of the typhoon brought much greater destruction than expected. In Cebu City, where Tino's worst effects were felt, Bachayan Barangay was quickly submerged. Floodwaters uprooted vehicles and piled them on top of each other. Roads, bridges, and some neighborhood connections were completely cut off. The Villa del Rio area was one of the worst affected due to infrastructure collapse and sudden water rise.
Nabalay man na ni Kim.
The collapse of a river bridge in the area blocked access for rescue vehicles and hampered the work of teams. The city's disaster response teams said operations would proceed slowly due to deep water levels and strong currents. Calls for help made via cell phones revealed that the number of families stranded on rooftops was increasing.
Villa del Rio uno need gid mi kanang mulutaw nga mga butang kay naami 4 months old nga bata. Please maluoy mo. Wala na bupak lang.
Cebu City, disaster risk reduction. Council Chairman and City Council member Dave Tomilag stated that winds battered the city between 3:45 a.m. and 7:30 a.m., during which time rescue teams were held at shopping malls for safety reasons, but were immediately dispatched to the field once the winds subsided. Tumulak said more than half of the city was underwater. And thousands of people were forced to leave their homes. The amount of rainfall brought by the typhoon was extraordinary. According to Paygazer records, 235.2 millimeters of rain fell in 24 hours in Mason City in South Leyte alone. This amount exceeded the average for November, meaning that the rainfall expected for an entire month fell in a single day. The towns of Talisay, Mandaue, Liloang, and Consolacion, located around the Mactan Channel, were also completely submerged due to heavy downpours. A red alert level was issued for these areas.
Paspasan niya, paspas kayo siya labuy kay kanang paingon na nga alan ni bisakan ang drainage sa ilang kuan.
Road transportation was disrupted throughout Cebu. Power lines were down, communications were cut off, and dozens of neighborhoods were inaccessible. The Cebu provincial government announced on its social media accounts at 9 a.m. that additional rescue teams had been sent to the cities of Talisay and Danao. It was reported that floodwaters rose to the second floors in Barangay Talamban and Bakayan, and half of some neighborhoods were completely swallowed by the river. According to information obtained from local residents, the water level suddenly rose at around 4:30 a.m. and reached the second floors of houses. This caused many residents to take refuge on their roofs. Rescue teams continued their work, particularly among the rubble of destroyed houses along the Bakayan River. The situation remains serious in the southern neighborhoods of Cebu, as well as in the northern parts. Residents in areas such as Bakayan, Villa del Rio, Talisay, and Minglanilla were directed to evacuation centers at the request of authorities. Officials urged residents to secure their belongings, stay away from floodwaters, and strictly follow the instructions of neighborhood officials. Typhoon Tino affected not only Cebu, but also South Leyte, Negros Occidental, Guimaras, and Panay Island. Pagasa confirmed that the typhoon made landfall in the Silago area of South Leyte, then moved through the cities of Bourbon and Sagay, heading towards western Visayas. As of 11 a.m., Calmaegi had passed over Negros and Panay and was heading towards northern Palawan. It is expected to exit the Philippine area of responsibility on Wednesday night or Thursday morning. In eastern Samar, strong winds blew off roofs on Homenhon Island, with approximately 300 homes reported damaged. Mayor Annalisa Gonzalez Kwan announced that there were no casualties despite the heavy winds and rain. However, the same region was being watched with great concern as it lay in the path of Typhoon Haiyan, locally known as Yolanda, one of the most violent storms in the country's history in 2013. Haiyan killed more than 7,300 people in the Guyuan area alone and devastated the central part of the country. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, PHIVOLCS, warned residents around Mount Canlaon in southern Cebu that the heavy rains accompanying the typhoon could trigger volcanic mudflows. This posed an additional risk, particularly for villagers living in mountainous areas. Approximately 150,000 people were evacuated across Cebu due to Typhoon Tino. Disaster response teams organized additional shipments of food, water, and medicine as crowds grew at evacuation centers. The government announced that search and rescue operations would continue throughout the day and would not be halted despite adverse weather conditions. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay informed about the latest developments.